topic is the Olympic tradition at Tennessee State University, and we're talking to the former coach of the women's track team at Tennessee State University, Coach Ed Temple. And Coach Temple, before we left for our, our commercial break, we were talking about the activities of the Tennessee State University Olympic team in the 1950s, especially in 1959. And let's pick up at that lead into that great event of the Olympics of the 1960s.
All right, well, you know, we were talking about the Pan American Games, and as I was saying, it was held in Chicago. And at that time, we had a young lady named Lucinda Williams who won the 100 meters and came back and won the 200 meters and ran anchor leg on the 4x100 relay team for the United States, which we won first place. Also, there was a young lady named Wilma Rudolph on that team, and she got third in the 100, third in the 200, and she ran on that 4x100 relay team that won first place for the United States. Then we come to 1960, and of course we know 1960 was the year of Wilma Rudolph. I mean, it was her year in Rome, and I coached the United States Olympic team over there in Rome, and we had 8 girls on that team. Had 8 girls on that 1960 Olympic team, and Wilma, as you know, won the 100 meters, came back and won the 200 meters. But I say her greatest thrill, I feel, was running anchor leg for the United States on the 4x100 relay team, which the other 3 young ladies were also Tiger Bells that ran for the United States. And they hadn't won any medals at all at that particular time. And she wanted them to be up on the stand. She had the thrill of standing on the stand and hearing the Star Spangled Banner played for her and for the United States. And again for the 200, where she stood on the stand and had the Star Spangled Banner playbook for her, and she wanted her teammates to stand up there with her too, which was
she because of third place.
Right, right. So when the 4x100 relay came around, it was the last event before the women were to run, and they were determined. They were determined that they were going to stand on that stand someplace. Now they only had the top 3 countries on the stand, so it wasn't too bad for 150 countries. At that time, our 4x100 relay team, consisting of all Tiger Bells, won first place, set a new world record, set a new Olympic record, and that got Wilma Rudolph off to her start.
Very good. Quite recently at Tennessee State University, they dedicated a residence hall in honor of Wilma Rudolph. And I think you made some points in terms of how she ought to be recognized by the municipalities of Middle Tennessee, at least, in terms of honoring her, etc. Let's talk about
Wilma Rudolph was the queen of track and field. Now, the United States didn't name her the queen. The Russians, the French, the German, everybody. After the 1960 Olympics, Wilma Rudolph was just the word all over Europe, Asia, Africa, and everything else. Wilma had a unique thing about her. She had the poise, she had the grace, she had the personality, she had the looks, and she had the talent. I guess that's hard to find all wrapped up in one person. And she knew how to handle it. She went to visit President Kennedy up in Washington. I was with her and her mother, and she was just at ease with President Kennedy as she was with you or me or anybody else. It was just something about her that people just was awed about her because she was so just genuine. She was just down-to-earth type of person.
Now, she started out really not as an athlete, did she? I mean, she had some physical disabilities for a long time.
Well, Wilma didn't walk, without a brace until she was 11 years old. 11 years old, she had polio, and she came to Mahara. Her mother brought her here on the bus 2 or 3 times a week and got treatment and everything. She didn't take off her braces until she was 11. I didn't see her until she was playing basketball at Burt High in Clarksville. She was a tremendous basketball player, but at that time they didn't have anything but for African American girls in basketball. They really didn't have nothing in track other than Tennessee State. And we just happened to see her, and we had that summer program that I was telling you about, and she came into the program. She was a tall, thin young lady. She had to get stronger and get experience and everything, but she turned out to be excellent. And there's only 2 individuals ever won the Sullivan Award in the state of Tennessee up until now. Now, what the Sullivan Award is the greatest amateur athlete in all sports, football, basketball, men, women, everything. There was only 2 athletes ever won it. Wilma Rudolph won it in 1961, and Tracy Cochins won it in 1976. So those are the only 2. With Tracy Cochins, she won it in swimming, and Wilma Rudolph, she won it in track and field.
Now, what can you tell our young people this morning, Coach, from your experiences about overcoming obstacles and dedication and whatnot? I mean, what are some of the things that you can say as a track
Well, I
about
guess
discipline?
out of all my gold medal winners, and I can go down, all of them had tremendous handicaps, come from very poor families. Women come from a family of 22. I mean, poor in economics, what we say, but heavy in love and heavy in togetherness. She was number 20 of the 22. But young ladies like Wyoming Matthias, another gold medal winner in the '64 Olympics, and then came back and won it in '68. The first person, man or woman, ever to repeat in the sprints. Jesse Owens didn't repeat in the sprints. All the other ones didn't. Wyoming Matthias did. But all of them come from circumstances that if it wouldn't have been for track opening up the door for them, they would have been, no doubt, they're still in their small town. Wilma in Clarksville, Tyus in Griffin, Georgia, Lucinda in Savannah, Georgia. All of them come from small places, but they had determination. And I think the strong figure was the mother. All of them had strong mother figures. Father was either dead or sick or something of that nature. And after about 10 or 15 years of recruiting, when I would recruit, the first thing I'd do is check on the father to see if he was dead or if he was sick or something. Because I had so many of my top athletes, father was either dead or sick, or father was very sickly. He had worked so hard that he was just wore out. He was just wore out.
And so there's no truth to the perception that many people might have that single-headed families, mothers, and et cetera, are not as effective as others.
I had strong mother figures, awful strong mother figures. And when I went to go to recruit them, I talked to the mother, and the mother would always tell me, if you have any trouble, just pick up the phone. And I didn't have to pick up the phone very often, because once I picked up the phone and mother called or my mother wrote, I never had no more trouble.
And so all of these young ladies depended upon their mothers.
Mother was a strong figure. Very strong figure.
Very good. And of course, we've got about 35 seconds before this commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to let you talk about some of the more recent events dealing with the Olympics and about the many trips that you made back and forth between Nashville and Atlanta since the Olympics went to Atlanta, and to find out some of the things that are going on now. We're going to first take a minute commercial, and then we'll be right back and talk about some of those things. Let us take this commercial break, and we'll be back with you in just a minute.